Welcome back to the Mindset Empress channel. This is the next chapter of Reprogram Yourself Now. If you're here, it's not by coincidence. You've already done the inner work. You've faced yourself, challenged your patterns, and started rebuilding your confidence from within. Now you're ready for the next level, not just thinking differently, but living differently. This chapter is about integration, turning awareness into action, clarity into commitment, and energy into design. Because your transformation is not complete when you understand it, it's complete when you embody it. Design begins the moment you stop negotiating with your limitations. You've already proven that change is possible. Now you must decide that it's permanent. Awareness showed you where you were asleep. Clarity revealed what you want, and now energy asks you to commit. Most people drift because they keep waiting for conditions to be perfect before taking full responsibility for their power. They tell themselves, "I'll start when I have more time, more money, more support." But design doesn't wait. It begins wherever you stand. Look around your current life. Every object, relationship, and routine is evidence of an old decision. None of it is random. The clothes in your closet, the thoughts you repeat, the people you answer first, each is a design choice that either affirms or contradicts your future. Awareness means seeing those details as architecture. If you want to live deliberately, you must begin designing deliberately. Replace automatic reaction with conscious selection. Before you say yes to something, ask, does this serve my vision or sabotage it? When you start filtering life through that question, chaos becomes clarity. Your time is sacred. Your focus is sacred. Your energy is sacred. Every designer guards her resources because she knows what she's building requires them. The woman who designs her life doesn't chase everything, she curates. She knows that discipline isn't restriction, it's refinement. By choosing fewer distractions, she amplifies her impact. You design through subtraction before addition. You let go before you level up. You simplify before you soar. Clarity without courage still equals confusion, so courage must now take the stage. Courage doesn't mean the absence of fear, it means moving while it trembles. Each time you act despite uncertainty, you teach your nervous system that fear isn't fatal. There will be moments when you question everything, when progress feels invisible and effort feels endless. Those are the moments that sculpt your foundation. Consistency in the dark is what builds light. True awareness isn't passive reflection, it's conscious correction. When you notice yourself reverting to old habits, don't collapse into guilt. Adjust. Design is an ongoing edit, not a one-time masterpiece. Your highest self isn't judging you, she's guiding you. She doesn't need you to be perfect, she needs you to be present. Every time you return to intention, you strengthen the signal between you and her. Energy responds to ownership. When you take full responsibility for your choices, you stop leaking power into blame. Nothing drains faster than resentment. The moment you say, "I created this," you regain the ability to create something better. Responsibility is freedom disguised as weight. Carry it, and you'll notice that problems shrink in proportion to your ownership of them. The more aware you become, the less you react. Reaction belongs to survival. Response belongs to design. When you respond, you reclaim timing. You slow down enough to choose, and choice is the gateway to change. This is where clarity deepens into conviction. Conviction isn't loud. It doesn't need to argue. It's quiet certainty that whispers, "This is my path." Conviction allows you to walk alone when necessary. It lets you withstand misunderstanding. Remember, vision will always be lonely at first because you're seeing something no one else has felt yet. Hold that vision firmly but lightly. Firmly in faith, lightly in form. It will evolve as you do. Don't confuse flexibility with failure. Adaptability is intelligence. And when doubt tries to seduce you back to comfort, remind yourself that comfort was the cage you outgrew. Growth will never feel familiar. That's how you know it's working. You are now standing at the edge of your next identity. Everything you've learned so far was preparation for this crossing. Awareness gave you sight. Clarity gave you direction. Now identity will give you permission to become. Identity is choice repeated until it becomes character. You are not the sum of what happened to you. You are the sum of what you choose to keep. From this moment forward, let every decision answer one question. Does this honor the woman I am becoming? If the answer is yes, move boldly. If the answer is no, let it go gracefully. Both actions are design. To design the life you want, you must understand that every decision has a ripple effect. Each choice is a seed, and every seed contains an entire forest of future outcomes. You cannot plant scarcity and expect abundance. You cannot water doubt and expect confidence. Designing your life means becoming conscious of the garden you're tending. Start by asking yourself, what am I saying yes to that drains me? So many people build their lives around obligations that have expired. They keep promises their soul no longer recognizes. They stay in places that once fit but now suffocate. Every yes that isn't authentic becomes an anchor. You are not required to keep carrying the weight of outdated commitments. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to change direction, to update your truth, to redefine what success means. Awareness makes change possible, and permission makes it sustainable. Permission is not granted by the world, it's claimed by you. When you stop waiting for external approval, you free yourself to design from alignment rather than fear. You become the authority of your destiny. Clarity asks you to be specific, but also strategic. Dreams need detail. Details need deadlines. Without a plan, even the most beautiful vision fades into wishful thinking. Design your days around what truly matters. Every hour should reflect a priority, not a distraction. Your calendar is a moral compass. It reveals what you value most. If your schedule doesn't include what you claim is important, it's time for redesign. Imagine you're sculpting a statue from raw marble. The masterpiece already exists inside. You're simply removing what doesn't belong. That's what designing your life feels like, constant refinement. Every no carves definition. Every boundary adds elegance. And remember, clarity is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice. You will outgrow your goals as quickly as you achieve them. That's not inconsistency, it's evolution. Allow your vision to expand with your awareness. Keep returning to this question, what does alignment look like for me today? Not last year, not someday, today. That single reflection will keep your design alive and adaptive. Energy now becomes your greatest asset. When you stop wasting energy on overthinking, you suddenly have more to invest in creating. Thinking without action drains. Action aligned with purpose restores. Guard your mornings. The first thoughts of the day are the architects of your mood. Start with gratitude, not grievance. Start with creation, not consumption. When you wake and reach for your phone, you hand your focus to the world. When you wake and reach for intention, you hand your focus to your soul. Protect the beginning of your day, and you'll protect the quality of your life. Energy management also means releasing the belief that productivity equals worth. You are not valuable because you do more. You are valuable because you exist consciously. Rest is not laziness, it is leadership of self. The woman who knows when to rest knows when to rise. Every aligned action should come from overflow, not depletion. Depletion creates resentment. Overflow creates impact. Train yourself to notice how things feel rather than how they look. Your intuition speaks through sensation. Expansion means yes, contraction means no. Listen to your body. It's the most honest voice you have. To shift identity, pair energetic awareness with repetition. Identity changes through repeated action, not intellectual desire. If you want to feel confident, take confident actions. If you want to feel abundant, make decisions that reflect abundance. If you want to feel peaceful, stop arguing with everything that disrupts your peace. Consistency reprograms the nervous system. Each time you act from your new identity, your brain updates the map of who you are. Eventually, what once required discipline becomes automatic. Never underestimate the power of small wins. Every little victory rewrites internal evidence. Success is simply a series of micro-choices repeated until they become your new normal. Identity work is not about fixing, it's about remembering. You're not becoming someone new. You're removing the false layers that kept you from seeing who you already are. When you finally drop the need to perform and choose to embody, peace arrives. Peace is the natural state of alignment. You don't chase it, you uncover it. And from that peace, creativity flows easily. Clarity sharpens. Energy expands. Life starts responding faster because you've become coherent, mind, body, and purpose moving in the same direction. Awareness and clarity give you the blueprint, but embodiment begins long before you reach perfection. You design in real time. You learn as you go. You adjust while you act. Waiting until you feel ready is the fastest way to delay your own evolution. Design requires momentum, not mastery. Take the step that's right in front of you. When you move, life reveals the next door. When you hesitate, every door looks the same. Courage is not a mood, it's a decision. It's the moment you tell your fear, you can walk beside me, but you no longer get to steer. Every courageous act, no matter how small, creates momentum that confidence later claims as its own. Remind yourself daily, the gap between where I am and where I want to be is bridged by repetition, not by sudden miracles, not by waiting for signs, by repeating alignment until it becomes automatic. This is why your rituals matter. Rituals are sacred anchors that keep your nervous system stable while your reality upgrades. They remind your mind who's in charge, the conscious creator, not the anxious survivor. Begin each day with intention. End each day with reflection. In the morning, decide what energy you'll carry. At night, review how well you lived that decision. These two practices alone can redesign the entire texture of your life. As awareness deepens, you'll notice subtle patterns, tiny leaks of energy that once felt normal. The conversations that leave you empty. The habits that numb rather than nourish. The internal dialogues that sound like old echoes of someone else's fear. Each time you notice one, pause. That moment of noticing is power. Awareness itself begins to dissolve what no longer belongs. You don't always have to fight the old. Sometimes you only need to stop feeding it. Designing your life is not about control, it's about coherence. Control is fear disguised as strategy. Coherence is faith expressed through order. When you act from control, you tighten. When you act from coherence, you expand. Expansion is your natural state. Every time you align with truth, expansion returns. Every time you betray yourself, contraction warns you. Follow expansion. It's the language of your higher self. Identity now becomes the center of creation. Ask yourself again and again, who am I when I'm aligned? Answer with actions, not adjectives. The aligned version of you doesn't over-explain. She demonstrates. She doesn't rush to prove worth. She embodies it quietly through consistency. Identity is repetition wrapped in emotion. The more passionately you feel your new self, the faster the subconscious accepts her as real. Emotion is the fuel that burns new pathways into permanence. So feel it deeply. Feel what it's like to trust yourself completely. To walk into a room radiating peace instead of seeking approval. To make decisions that reflect wisdom instead of worry. That feeling isn't imagination, it's activation. When you hold that vibration long enough, your outer world must rearrange to match it. Life always seeks equilibrium with your dominant frequency. Remember, the universe does not respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. Be the energy of the result you desire before the result exists. This truth rewrites everything. You stop chasing opportunities and start attracting alignment. You stop hustling for validation and start embodying value. You stop searching for purpose and start living as purpose itself. Designing your life is not a project with a deadline, it's a devotion. It's the ongoing dialogue between your potential and your presence. Every choice, every word, every breath participates in creation. Awareness teaches you to observe. Clarity teaches you to choose. Energy teaches you to act. Identity teaches you to become. These 4 pillars are the foundation of every transformation that lasts. When they merge, you step into conscious authorship, the state where life no longer happens to you, but through you. You begin to realize that even the challenges you feared were never punishment. They were invitations. Invitations to refine boundaries, to practice patience, to expand compassion, to strengthen faith. This is the beauty of design. It turns everything into material. Pain becomes perspective. Failure becomes feedback. Delay becomes direction. Nothing is wasted when you know how to use it. And that is the secret difference between those who drift and those who design. The drifter reacts to circumstances. The designer repurposes them. The drifter sees obstacles. The designer sees raw material. The drifter waits for change. The designer is change. You are now that designer. You have the awareness to see, the clarity to decide, the energy to move, and the identity to sustain. You are no longer hoping for alignment. You are becoming alignment. Let this sink in deeply. You do not need permission to create the life you imagine. You already are the permission. Your decision is the signal the universe has been waiting for. And once you send that signal with full conviction, life will answer faster than you expect. This is your foundation. This is your start. And this is only the beginning of the life you are meant to design. Discipline is the bridge between intention and embodiment. It's where dreams leave the journal and enter reality. It's where you stop talking about change and start becoming it. Most people misunderstand discipline. They associate it with control, rigidity, or punishment. But true discipline is love in motion. It's devotion to what you value most. It's the act of honoring your future self before she exists. When you practice discipline, you are not forcing yourself, you are freeing yourself. Freedom without structure collapses into chaos. Structure creates space for freedom to thrive. Discipline is self-respect made visible. It's how you show your subconscious that you mean what you say. The woman who keeps her word to herself becomes unstoppable. She doesn't need external validation because she's already witnessed her own consistency. Every time you follow through, you tell your brain, I can trust me. That trust becomes power. Building consistency. Discipline begins small. People fail not because their goals are too big, but because their commitments are too vague. Start simple. Wake up and move your body. Meditate before you scroll. Speak to yourself with intention. Every time you repeat a behavior, you carve a new neural path. Repetition turns resistance into rhythm. Think of consistency as self-sculpting. You shape your character one small promise at a time. There will be days when you don't feel like showing up. That's normal. Emotion is temporary. Integrity is not. When motivation fades, rely on systems. Systems protect your purpose when your mood doesn't. Discipline is not about perfection. It's about direction. Every day you move in the right direction counts. The secret is to lower resistance, not to lower standards. Instead of trying to change 10 habits at once, master one. Progress loves focus. And remember, consistency compounds. Missing one day doesn't break you, quitting does. The goal is not to never fall, it's to shorten the time between falling and rising. Self-trust and integrity. Now that you understand discipline, let's talk about flow, the art of effortlessness. Flow is the state where your full attention merges with action. It's when you stop thinking about doing and simply become the doing. You've experienced it before while writing, training, creating, or losing yourself in something meaningful. Time disappears. Doubt dissolves. Everything just clicks. You can't force flow, but you can invite it. Flow happens when three elements align: challenge, skill, and focus. If something is too easy, you get bored. If it's too hard, you get anxious. The sweet spot is where difficulty meets capability, where growth feels like play. To create flow, remove distractions. Turn off noise, silence notifications, and eliminate multitasking. Your brain can't enter flow if it's divided between 10 tabs of thought. Then, set a clear intention. Flow thrives on clarity. Ask, what outcome matters most right now, and focus only on that. Once you're in motion, stop analyzing. Thinking breaks flow. Trust your preparation. Let your intuition lead. Flow is how the universe rewards presence. When you're fully immersed, you become a channel for intelligence greater than logic. And remember, flow is not endless. It moves in cycles: focus, output, recovery. After deep creation, rest is not luxury, it's maintenance. Respect the rhythm, and you'll sustain excellence without burnout. Even the most disciplined and focused mind will fall apart without emotional mastery. Your emotions are not enemies, they're messengers. Each one carries information about alignment. Anger signals boundaries crossed. Sadness asks for release. Fear warns of growth disguised as danger. Emotional mastery begins with naming without judging. Say, I feel anxious, instead of I am anxious. This small linguistic shift changes identity from victim to observer. You are not your emotions. You are the awareness behind them. Most people try to suppress emotions or drown in them. Mastery lies in integration, feeling deeply but choosing wisely. When you feel triggered, pause, breathe, ask, what is this emotion trying to teach me? Every emotion, when listened to, loses its grip. You don't control emotions by denial. You guide them through understanding. If discipline builds structure, emotional intelligence sustains balance. One without the other creates burnout or chaos. Train yourself to remain centered when life becomes loud. Centering doesn't mean you don't feel, it means you don't collapse. Emotionally mature people don't seek control over others. They master control over their internal response. Emotional mastery isn't a one-time achievement. It's a lifelong art. The goal isn't to never feel pain. It's to become so grounded that pain can't break your peace. Every time you survive a storm, you reinforce your resilience. The nervous system learns that you can hold intensity without losing identity. This is where true power begins, when calm becomes your default setting, not your reward. Stability doesn't mean stagnation. It means moving through life without losing center. When you reach that state, people feel your presence before you speak. You radiate safety. You become the calm in every chaos. And that energy, grounded, certain, compassionate, is magnetic. It attracts opportunities, respect, and trust without effort. There is a delicate dance between structure and surrender. Too much structure and you become rigid. Too much surrender and you lose momentum. The secret is rhythm. Think of your growth like breathing. Discipline is the inhale, flow is the exhale. You need both to stay alive. When you overwork, you disconnect from creativity. When you over-relax, you disconnect from results. Balance is the bridge. Ask yourself, where am I holding too tightly? Where am I letting go too easily? Adjust from awareness, not guilt. Flow makes discipline sustainable. Discipline makes flow possible. Together they form harmony, structure infused with soul. When you live in that harmony, life no longer feels like effort. It feels like expression. Now let's go deeper into emotional transmutation, the highest form of mastery. Emotional transmutation means using emotion as energy for creation. It's the process of transforming pain into purpose, fear into fuel, and doubt into determination. When you learn to channel emotion instead of suppress it, you become unstoppable. Anger becomes boundary clarity. Sadness becomes compassion. Fear becomes focus. Transmutation requires awareness and alchemy. You meet the emotion without resistance and redirect its force toward growth. Example, instead of thinking, I'm scared, say, I'm energized for expansion. The nervous system interprets both similarly, only your narrative changes. Your words are spells. Choose them like tools of transformation. When you master emotional transmutation, nothing is wasted. Every breakdown becomes a breakthrough in disguise. Discipline builds the bridge. Flow makes the walk graceful. Emotional mastery ensures you don't fall. Together they form the triad of power, structure, surrender, and stability. Once you embody these three, you stop waiting for motivation. You live from alignment. You don't chase balance, you're balance. And from this stability, you can build anything because you've built yourself. You've learned awareness, clarity, energy, discipline, flow, and emotional mastery. Now it's time to live all of it, not as ideas, but as embodiment. This is the phase where understanding becomes instinct and instinct becomes identity. where you stop learning about alignment and start walking as it. Knowledge transforms nothing until it moves through the body. Embodiment is what happens when wisdom leaves the mind and enters the muscles. When your daily rhythm matches your inner truth. You've heard the voice of your higher self. Now you must let her lead. That means bringing consciousness into everything, how you eat, speak, walk, and breathe. It's the small details that make the transformation visible. Light a candle before you work. Take 3 conscious breaths before you answer messages. Speak from awareness instead of reaction. Move your body not to punish it, but to honor the energy that flows through it. These micro-rituals are bridges between thought and embodiment. Each one tells your subconscious, this is who we are now. Embodiment is also emotional regulation in action. You don't just talk about peace. You choose peace when you could choose chaos. You don't just believe in abundance. You act abundantly even when the outcome isn't visible yet. You don't just dream confidence, you stand, speak, and move like confidence itself. And here's the truth. The body learns faster than the mind. When you consistently act from a higher state, the nervous system eventually adjusts. You begin to feel safe being powerful, safe being seen, safe being successful. That's real transformation when your nervous system and your vision finally agree. Embodiment is self-reverence. It's walking through the world as if your energy matters, because it does. You become a living reminder that integrity and beauty can coexist. When you embody alignment, you don't chase opportunity. Opportunity recognizes you. You no longer seek validation. You radiate certainty. That is the quiet magnetism of an integrated woman. Purpose is what turns movement into meaning. Without it, even success feels hollow. Your purpose is not one fixed sentence. It's a vibration that evolves as you evolve. It's the thread connecting your passion, your pain, and your potential into service. If you're unsure of your purpose, look at what breaks your heart and what lights it up. Purpose usually lives at the intersection of those 2 points, where compassion meets capability. Purpose matures through service. The moment you use your gifts to help someone else rise, you feel it, that deep click of alignment that says, this is it. But purpose also requires patience. You may not see the whole picture yet, but every step is shaping it. Your purpose doesn't need a platform, it needs participation. When you live on purpose, even the smallest actions feel sacred. Cooking a meal, sending an email, speaking kindly, everything becomes expression of devotion. To sustain purpose, reconnect daily. Ask yourself, did my actions today honor what I value most? If yes, you're in alignment. If not, forgive yourself quickly and realign tomorrow. Purpose is also self-care. You cannot serve from depletion. You serve best from overflow when your inner world is nourished and clear. Rest when needed. Refill before you run dry. Purpose flourishes in a well-tended vessel. And most importantly, allow purpose to change form. You may outgrow missions that once defined you. That isn't failure, it's evolution. When purpose transforms, it means you're ready for a higher assignment. At lower awareness, life feels random. At higher awareness, you see patterns. At mastery, you realize you are the pattern maker. Higher reality design means creating from consciousness instead of control. It's living as cause, not effect. Your thoughts are architecture. Your emotions are materials. Your actions are builders. Together they shape form. To design at this level, You must manage vibration with the same care you once managed time. Ask yourself throughout the day, what energy am I broadcasting right now? Because that energy is already building tomorrow's experiences. Gratitude builds expansion. Fear builds limitation. Love builds miracles. Before you ask for something new, check whether your current frequency can sustain it. You can't create abundance from scarcity or peace from panic. You must first become the match. Faith is the invisible design that holds everything before it's visible. It's the quiet confidence that whispers, even if I don't see it yet, it's already forming. Faith is not waiting, it's walking. It's moving while trusting that each step will find ground. When you make decisions from faith, the universe adjusts its geometry around your conviction. People appear, doors open, timing aligns not through magic, but through resonance. Faith has texture. It feels like calm in uncertainty, focus in distraction, peace in process. When you sense that, hold it. That's creation happening in real time. Faith and surrender are partners. Faith builds the structure. Surrender lets life decorate it. You don't control the timeline, you maintain the vibration. To strengthen faith, practice 3 things daily. Gratitude for what already exists. It anchors abundance. Visualization of what's unfolding. It programs identity. Detachment from how. It allows flow. Every time you trust the unseen, you expand your capacity to receive. Miracles are not exceptions, they're alignments, the natural outcome of sustained coherence. Embodiment and purpose mean little without application. Design is a daily discipline, not a weekend ritual. Create morning moments that anchor your identity. Write intentions, breathe, visualize, speak affirmations that feel alive. Ask, am I acting from alignment or autopilot? At night, reflect and release. Celebrate even small integrity wins. Turn your environment into evidence of your new reality. Keep your space organized, your vision visible, your surroundings supportive. Everything around you should remind you of who you're becoming. Design your digital world too. Unfollow noise. Subscribe to nourishment. Protect your mind the way you protect your home. Creation loves consistency. Even 5 minutes of conscious presence outweighs an hour of distracted effort. Be deliberate about the people you allow close. Your circle influences your state more than you think. Surround yourself with those who speak possibility, not limitation. And remember, creation responds to authenticity faster than intensity. You don't need to do more. You need to be more present in what you already do. Each moment is raw material. The more consciously you shape it, the more refined your reality becomes. Once you embody alignment, you become a mirror. You stop trying to convince and simply exist as proof. Your peace influences rooms before you speak. Your presence gives others permission to breathe again. Leadership at this level is energetic. You lead by frequency, not force. You inspire by coherence, not command. And yet, even light casts shadows. Don't fear yours. Integrate it. The parts of you once hid are now teachers. They add depth to your compassion and weight to your wisdom. True mastery is wholeness, not perfection. When you accept your humanity, you radiate divinity through it. Your embodiment becomes your contribution. Your alignment becomes your legacy. Legacy isn't a future event, it's a current vibration. It's the feeling you leave behind in every interaction. Every smile, every boundary, every kind word adds to that legacy. It's not about fame, It's about frequency. You are remembered not for what you achieved, but for how people felt around your energy. When you live with authenticity and grace, your impact ripples through timelines you may never see. Legacy is built in real time in honesty, consistency, and courage. Each moment of alignment leaves a permanent mark on the field of consciousness. Your life, lived in awareness, becomes an act of collective healing. You began this journey seeking transformation. You found that transformation wasn't about becoming someone new, but remembering who you are. Awareness opened your eyes. Clarity gave direction. Energy gave motion. Discipline built foundation. Flow brought harmony. Emotional mastery gave stability. Embodiment brought presence. Purpose infused meaning. Faith created trust. You no longer need to search, you simply express. You no longer chase alignment, you breathe it. You no longer try to create, you realize you are creation. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply. Feel the weight of every experience that shaped you, the lessons, the losses, the leaps. Now exhale and release what no longer serves the next version of you. Say quietly to yourself, I am no longer the seeker. I am the source. I no longer wait for signs. I am the sign. I no longer hope for miracles. I am the miracle. Every cell in your body vibrates with that truth. Every breath carries creative potential. Walk forward knowing this. Your life is your canvas. Your choices are your colors. Your awareness is your brush. Design boldly. Design with love. Design with intention. Because you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So become it completely. Be the embodiment of peace. Be the frequency of purpose. Be the vibration of creation. And let the world reorganize itself around your light. You are the designer. You are the masterpiece. You are the Mindset Empress.